How's it going, everyone? It's me, Noah, here, and I am proud to present today my complete LEGO Star Wars Imperial Bike Speeder design. This has been something that has been many months in the works. I've been tinkering on it every once in a while so that I can get it as sleek and accurate as possible, and it couldn't have come at a better time to be completed after so many comments, messages, and people just generally asking, even in Discord calls, about whether this design is now finished or I'm going to be still working on it. And I'm proud to say that I'm done with this build. For the time being, this is what I've come up with the LEGO parts that are currently available. So it might change in the future, but I don't think it'll change for a number of years unless LEGO comes out with new parts in 2022. But anyways, this is the design I'm most proud of, and I'm going to be showing you guys how to build it in this video. Before I start, I would appreciate if you leave a like on this video and comment down below at the end of the video if you like this style and what you guys would like to see a tutorial on next. Without further ado, let's get started with the build. Before we begin with the build, here are the parts that you're going to need for the assembly of this Imperial Speeder Bike. Now, for one thing, if you're interested in making a reddish brown version of the speeder bike, disregard all of the white elements and switch those out for reddish brown ones, and then you can have your reddish brown one. The two yellow hands that are seen in this assembly or this lineup of pieces, you can switch those out for any color that you want. Those are just two hands that I decided to randomly pick out. Those can be whatever color you want because you won't be seeing those pieces later on. So with those pieces now here, we can now begin with the first couple of assemblies. Number one, this right here. This is this 1x5 modified plate with the Technic axle in the middle, as well as the two Technic holes on either end. And what you're going to want to do is attach this 1x3 plate in white to one of the ends, and right in front of that, attach the 1x3 plate upwards on the stud in front of it. So one plate is going downward, one is going up, and that is going to help for the next two assemblies. Namely these right here with these 1x2 curved slopes in white. You want to attach two 1x1 plates, and those attach right here on either end. What you're going to do next is then attach these two pieces right here, which is this black 1x2 plate, this white 1x4 plate together, and on top of that add this black ingot piece right here. You're going to take this cheese slope piece right here, and then this 1x1 plate. Those two parts you're going to want to connect together right here so that it looks just like this. That's later where the speeder bike pilot or the scout trooper is going to be sitting on. And then what you're going to want to do next to move on to the front section of the speeder bike is take these parts right here. This is the black skate piece that I have. This needs to be in black. This cannot be switched out for any other pieces, otherwise you're going to be seeing different colors obviously. On top of that is a 1x1 plate, and then this curved 1x2 slope inverted. So as you can see, that is how it would look like upright. That's how it looks like upside down. And that attaches onto this Technic hole right here in the front. Very simple to understand, and that allows for this next connection right here in the front. This is taking these black binocular pieces right here, very simple, and you're going to want to connect these 4L long flex tube pieces. Inside those are the black hands right here that are just slid inside of those flex tube pieces ever so slightly. You don't need to do a large bit in there, just about halfway of that section that would usually go into the minifigure arms. On the front of those, you have these curved 1x1 slopes. Those are attached to some white minifigure hands. And then as seen in the back section, which is this black binocular piece, the part where you can attach a stud or some type of stud obviously too. So usually you'd have the binoculars like this. Obviously it's upside down in this assembly. You want to have it like that so then you can attach it to the front section of the speeder bike. That way it looks like this, and we can move on to the next part of the build. Namely, we're going to want to take these two pieces. this 1x1 clip in black, and then this wand piece from the Harry Potter CMF series, or just generally any Harry Potter set. Those two pieces are in black. You're going to want to attach those right underneath there to this underneath stud, or this technical I should rather say. So with assembling those two parts, you've now created not only the front section but also the turret, and that you can angle just so nicely so that it's nice and straight. You're going to want to take that and put that aside and create the handlebars. The handlebars are assembled like this, taking these 1x1 round tiles with the bar that sticks out, the droid arms right here, and then this flashlight piece from the Commander Wolf minifigure. Now for the droid arms, I've taken the stronger part and attached that to the bar, and then you're going to take that piece or that assembly and add that to the side of the speeder bike. This is then attached to this piece of the skate that we have here in the middle. So we have one on that side, and then we have the other assembly, which is just swapped. We can put that on the other side right there. So I've moved this one a little bit forward, just so for the posing later for the Scout Trooper it's a little bit easier. But you can pose it however you want. You can also have these two straight when it's just parked. Putting that aside, we're going to now take the most trickiest assembly and show this to you. These are headlight bricks right here with two cheese slopes on either end, and then this 1x1 plate modified with the bar. Now you might be asking yourself, how is this attached? Because obviously underneath the headlight brick there is no stud. This is attached by using a minifigure hand. Now like I said earlier, this is the color yellow, but you can switch it out for whatever you want, and that just goes in there so that the top part is going down. Put that cheese slope over it, and you attach that to this section right here, the upside down 1x3 plate. So by attaching that, it's very nice and sleek. You might want to be careful right here. This cheese slope tends to fall out, but you have that very nice sleek look, even though it's quite fragile. By attaching the other part, you get this look right here from the rear. So very simple to understand there. And then down below, you will notice that there is another technical right here. I added a stud right here so that we can add the next piece of the next assembly. So once you have that added, the next part you're going to want to build is involving these pieces. So this takes the 1x1 clip, the other one that we have, there's two in this process, and then you have this handlebar piece, which comes in a lot of Lego City Jeeps or just 4x4 wheelers. Anyways, you're going to have those, then this 1x1 clip in black, and two studs on the front to just have like a detail part of the engine. By attaching this to the bottom, which you can have right there, attach that to the bottom right here, and then you can attach the next section or the last part of the build, which is the minifigure legs. To do that, you have these right here. These aren't clips, but these are small 1x1 plates modified with these like circles right here, so you can attach those right into the bar assembly. By attaching that right here, you can also angle the feet as you're attaching it, so you can have it in whatever position you want it in. Maybe he's just sitting up, maybe he's speeding down and chasing someone. You're going to have that on either side, and that's just angled a little bit so it looks a little bit better. I like to have it like that, and like I said earlier, I like to have it a little bit more in the front so there's an angled look, not that it looks boring. So there's the minifigure or the Scout Trooper right here. I removed the hip piece and added a 1x2 plate. Obviously this is not a part of the actual assembly of the Scout Trooper speeder bike right here, but I thought I'd add that just so you know how to pose it if you want to do something similar. By doing that, we have the entire process right here. That is how you do the speeder bike. Very simple, but also has obviously some tricky techniques. If you want to go back and just pause it so you get a better understanding of how it's assembled, feel free to. And I'm going to go ahead and put it on the stand, and we're going to close out the video. That basically does it for this tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, like I said at the beginning of the video, I would really appreciate a like on this video. These do take some time to make. And a comment down below now of what you think of the style of this video. Hope you enjoyed this. I will see you all in the next LEGO video.